scarlet blaze. Torment of the eagle and lion. Edelgard succeeds in containing Ayr's insurgency, and while she is concerned by the absence of the nefarious Taurus, she prepares her army for the next step regardless. The time is nigh to crush the kingdom and Central Church's growing momentum and put an end to the war once and for all.
I've gathered you here in Garrick Mach because the time has come. We are returning to the front.
Oh yeah, I've been waiting to hear that forever! Let's go wreck things!
For the next phase of our campaign, we'll be working with the Alliance's leader, Claude, to tighten our cordon around the kingdom. Rather than try to advance on the Western Front, we'll join forces with the Alliance and press in from the east.
This means we'll be marching northeast from the monastery and infiltrating Galatea.
I hope we can finally end it this time. I don't think I can deal with doubling back again.
Agreed. This slog has slogged on long enough.
Worry not, friends. I'll not be blindsided twice. I promise you that. We won't rest until all of Fodlan is united. We will fight tooth and nail for it, and we'll do so together.
So, we're finally dusting off our armor and going somewhere, huh? You must really want to end this war if you're letting the two of us loose on the kingdom.
Quite right, Captain Geralt. We will not accept anything less than the fall of the royal capital. You and your mercenaries will be marching with us. This is not a problem, I trust.
Let's just say I have a history with someone at the capital and leave it at that. But if the time's come for me to sort that out, then so be it. In any case, we're ready to go, right, kid?
We'll earn our keep.
Gotta say, I'm excited to be fighting with you for a change.
We made some headway on the Western Front once the Empire pulled its main force back.
What does it matter when their Minister of Military Affairs still holds Aryan Road? Even if we were in a position to keep throwing troops at those walls, we're never going to crack them.
But if we keep digging our heels in here, their main force will be on us again in no time.
It appears they have already dealt with the insurrection at Fort Mercius. If they don't come at us from the west, they'll soon waltz right in from the east.
Might I offer a suggestion, King Dimitri?
Of course, Lady Rhea.
We should retake Garrick Mach. It is the only way to reverse our current fortunes. If I call upon the Church's faithful, they will come running from every corner of Fodlan to liberate the monastery in the goddess's name. With Garrick Mach under our control, we will be able to keep the Imperial army in check. Additionally, it might convince some of the more fickle Alliance lords to reconsider their loyalties.
I mean no disrespect, Lady Rhea, but this proposal hardly seems...
There is more. As you know, the Bishop of the Southern Church is currently seated at the monastery. If we remove him, it reminds the world anew that Archbishop Rhea is the rightful head of the Church of Seiros. I believe this will shake some of the more devout Adrestian lords from their Emperor's grip.
While their faith may waver now, Adrestia is still the cradle of the Church of Seiros. There are yet many pious believers among their nobility. If we can pull them to our side, it may shift the war back in our favor.
We should strike while the iron is hot. I will get the word out at once.
Hold, Lady Rhea. While I now concede that your plan to retake the monastery has some merit, I must ask that you alert no one.
And why not? I need only say the word, and an army of believers will flock to our cause.
Yes, and the moment the enemy spies people flooding in from across hill and dale, they'll realize what we're planning and bolster their defenses.
You believe their defenses are mightier than the faith of the people? By the goddess, have our enemies truly become so powerful? In that case, what do you propose?
We entrust the eastern lines to houses Karen and Galatea, then ride en masse toward Aryan Road. The enemy will think we intend to assail the Silver Maiden, but instead, we break east.
East? Then we'll be attacking the monastery through the Valley of Torment. I get your thinking now. If we attack from the west, Aryan Road would be at our backs, and the Empire could box us in.
Very well. I have no objections. My church members will assist in guiding your soldiers through Ailell. The monastery is holy and precious to us, and by the name of the goddess, I swear, it will be ours again.
Good. Then I'll ready the troops. Lady Rhea, Seteth, I place all of our futures in your hands.
So, this is probably a giant waste of everyone's time, but I have to pull this off, no matter what.
Shall we?
Long story short, the Kingdom is preparing to ride west with a huge army. It looks like they're gonna throw everything they've got at Aryan Road.
Yes, we have received similar reports.
It's a pretty strange thing to do. I don't trust it.
Then you believe it to be a feint. Interesting. Well, if true, there are only so many places they could go. They cannot ignore our troops and attempt to take Deirdre. That would be folly. So the only other place I can imagine they would be after is Garreg Mach.
That's what I was thinking. So what's our play?
We can't risk losing the monastery. We'll have to send more troops to defend it. But at the same time, we can't unclench the fist we are trying to bring down on the kingdom. Our only choice is to mobilize the full resources of our regions.
Spoken like a woman with might to spare. I'm afraid we in the Alliance are already at our limits. But hear me out for a second. If the Kingdom really intends to attack Garreg Mach, they won't approach from the west. That would put them smack between your forces in Aryan Road and the monastery. It'd be suicide. That leaves them with only one option.
You're saying they'll take the northern approach through Ailell?
Yep, the Valley of Torment, which just so happens to be the route we were planning to use ourselves. The Church of Seiros will likely mobilize every knight they've got, and that is a very big army.
Supposing you are correct, what do you suggest we do in response? Should we change our marching route to avoid clashing with them?
Nope. In fact, I vote we do the opposite. The Kingdom will catch on no matter how we try to deploy our troops. So I say let's meet them right there in Ailell.
Interesting. But the valley path is treacherous and difficult to navigate, which will blunt the impact of our superior numbers. Why would we play into the enemy's hands like that?
Because sometimes trying to claim every advantage can be a double-edged sword. Leveling the playing field can often be the key to bringing an opponent down, especially if you know you can handle him. Besides, what better way to keep casualties to a minimum than by finishing them off in one battle?
You know how to convince me. Very well. I can get behind this plan.
Is there anything you would like to add, Hilda? You appear to be deep in thought.
Huh? Who, me? Nah, I'm good. I'm just standing in because Clad asked me to. If it brings the war to an end quicker, I'm all for it.
Let's give this a try.
What you think?
Indeed.
If you would.
I see.
If you would. We will reach Ailell soon. The Kingdom and Church approach from the west, and our friends in the Alliance from the east. We know their movements, so we need to assume they also know ours. This final battle will be intense and bloody, but no matter what happens, we must emerge victorious.
At the very least, we have numbers on our side. Though the Kingdom has all of those heroes' relics, that can't be good for us. We must keep our eyes open, and we must stay on the same page. We can't have anyone rushing ahead to fashion themselves a hero.
I'd say things are really heating up, but that's just the ground literally burning.
It's sweltering. Whose idea was it to wage a battle in this place again?
I will take heat over cold every day. Cold has its way of slowing you down.
I'm fine with hot or cold, so long as it's in the comfort of my own room with the door locked.
Do the words final, bloody, or battle not make you even the slightest bit nervous? Take this seriously. Show your pride as members of an army which serves the greatest empire the world has ever known.
No need to get everyone worked up, Ferdy. When you dislike war as much as I do, you start to appreciate the lighter moments.
I'm inclined to agree. Now, what do you say we show these adherents to the status quo a taste of true power?
They don't stand a chance.
To arms, then. Today we claim our victory for the good of all.
The Empire, the Alliance, the Kingdom, even the forces of the Church. To think we would all meet in such a cramped locale.
Hold on. Does anyone actually see the Knights of Saros amidst all this? I wonder if they're not even here to begin with.
We strike at the Imperial Army today. Do not let the Alliance distract you.
Yes, as you command.
The party's already starting, huh? It's too bad we couldn't throw it for something a little more civilized.
Would it kill you to be serious for once, Claude?
For the last time, Flane, I am against this. It is not too late to retreat.
And for the last time, I intend to fight. Besides, it would seem the battle is about to begin.
Well then, just give the command, Edelgard.
Good. Our very hope depends on you. Brave warriors of Adrestia! The time has come to demonstrate the Empire's valor, to prove our supremacy! Any who dare stand in our way must be cut down! Now! As one, attack! I'll be counting on the Alliance's wisdom and strength this day, Claude.
Don't worry, our brilliant teamwork will send them scattered.
Shore up our defenses, then advance on the enemy's forward position.
So far as we know, the enemy's objective is to breach our defensive line and pass through the valley. We must not let that happen.
There's not a question of can. Leave this to me.
Begin.
Right then, let us go to work.
Riders, charge! Tear their defenses apart!
My word.
troubling tales about Fargus's cavalry. You'll be in deep trouble if we don't take them out soon.
My turn. I'll carve my way right through them.
Not on my watch, pal.
Watch this!
I will capture this stronghold.
Still here.
Watch the ground. Even a single wrong step will cause undue pain.
Hit their right flank. That's where the Alliance army is weakest.
You're gonna come all the way over here? No fair!
We can't let the enemy create holes in our defenses. We must head over and assist.
Our Wyvern Company stands at the ready. Deploy them if you think Hilda is in danger.
All right, you'll do.
Send the Alliance's Wyvern Company to cover our right wing. We've gained an early advantage. Well fought, one and all.
I am your man.
Thanks for coming for me. That could have really gone either way there.
We're short-handed enough as it is, Hilda. We both need to be more careful.
Still on my feet, and I can still hold a sword, which means I can keep fighting. You think a few nicks and scratches will send me packing?
Stand down, Felix. It's a wonder you can still stand. Now would you please let us handle the rest?
You better come back alive, Sylvain, or else. I hope you're watching, Ingrid. Today is the day I avenge you. I hope you're ready to part with your head, because I mean to lay it at my friend's grave. Nice hit. This is nothing compared to the pain she felt. Out of the way! Forgive me, Your Majesty. May fortune favor you in battle. Not you too, Sylvain. What am I supposed to do now?
Oh, please. We keep this up. The battle may be over before it can even begin.
This is war!
It's unnerving how well we're doing. I hope that means we're headed for a quick...
Not a problem. I've got this.
Begin. The Sky Spirit watches...
Right then. Let us go to work.
I'm on it. No, just leave it to me.
Leave this one to me. That's my cue.
Here I go. No mistakes.
Right then. Let us go to work.
Victory? We can probably secure a crossing if we find a way to stop the lava.
You're close.
Let's light him up! They're attacking our defensive line from afar. We have to stop them. We should be able to take our troops across now that the ground has cooled.
Smash that stronghold into rubble.
I will heal your wounds. Please, be careful out there. This should be of use.
What is this? The second coming of Saint Sifleen? Strike her down and put an end to it already.
Say, check out that boulder. I wonder if we can use it to block the lava and reach the other side.
This stronghold will fall!
Let's try!
No mercy!
Use this boulder to dam the lava and create a path. We have a direct path to the enemy. Attack!
I'm on it. No charge. Just leave it to me.
Leave this one to me. That's my cue.
All right, here I go. There's...
That's one place to build a road. And I'll try to stop them, but I can't do it alone.
Looks like that particular storm has passed.
You will go no further.
I'd rather be attacking than defending, but I still find this whole affair to be very annoying.
Our way is clear. Onward! Smash that stronghold into rubble!
Why must you hurt each other like this? You are all brothers and sisters!
I shall never back down!
With each foe felled, my resolve strengthens.
Nice one.
I cannot take much more. Yet the others will be in grave danger if I flee.
Ailell, no more! Get to safety!
Very well, brother. But you must swear not to put yourself in unnecessary danger.
That should keep them from attacking the Eastern Front.
I'm in way over my head. But I'm not letting up until it's over.
In the name of His Majesty, you will perish here. I'm not finished yet. Fall back to do. Please, I cannot afford to lose you. I take the field. Every last one of them will yield to me, or they shall perish.
Courage now! The time has come to bring our war with the kingdom to its end.
King Dimitri is keeping the Empire busy. Break through their defenses!
Coordinated that well. Almost too fast. Move to intercept at once.
Amusing.
This is war!
Attacks! Don't give him a chance to retaliate!
What is this folly? Yours is not the head I seek.
Take a breather.
The Empire and all who prostrate themselves before it will be punished by my hand.
It's a force of nature. Not hope for ordinary officers to stop him.
Gone are the days when battlefield would shudder before it couldn't hurt. But I am not beaten yet.
You're done! I've got
Bested again. But I must live on. For Flame.
Archbishop's aid, but there's still no sign of most of the Knights of Saros.
With Seth retreating, the rest falls upon Montrose.
Our conflict ends here. I shall see to your demise with my own 2 hands.
Out of the way! You're done! I'm up against the King of Fargus himself, but I'm not about to back down.
Right when I was so close to ending her.
He came at us like a maelstrom, but we managed to take the wind out of his sails.
We drove off the kingdom in the Central Church. It's a start, but...
But this war is not over. We will hunt Dimitri down and put an end to the struggle.
Well, would you look at that? We won.
Thanks to you.
Actually, I'd say you pulled most of the weight. The kingdom and the church had a ton of grizzled warriors on their side. We would have been in real trouble without you and your mercenaries.
You were pretty impressive yourself. You barely even broke a sweat out there. I appreciate the compliment, though. I'm glad we got the chance to team up like this.
Me too. The war's not over yet, though. I'm hoping you'll stick around to the end.
Of course.
The Ashen Demon has proved a greater asset than we could have ever imagined. You must be relieved to see your gamble pay off. If nothing else, I'll be a lot less busy as your partner in destiny going forward. What a thing to imagine.
My potential...
I'm getting...
I will take...
Urgent report, Your Majesty. After his failed charge, Dimitri forced his way south in retreat. He has fled the battlefield. And the Archbishop's right-hand man, Seth, has escaped to the north. We've lost sight of him and his troops.
Dimitri's the one to go after. Things will get complicated if we let him get away. We can move the fastest, so leave the pursuit to us. Just don't forget to send reinforcements, all right?
I want the two of you to follow Claude. It's not that I don't trust him, exactly. I just want to make sure we're the ones who apprehend Dimitri.
Leave it to us.
Now that I think about it, there's something else to be concerned about. Where was the Archbishop? Where was the main force of the Knights of Saros? Rhea would have relished a battle like this, yet she was nowhere to be found.
No. Hubert, let me ask you something. When the Archbishop escaped from Garreg Mach, we found no evidence of how she managed to reach this valley. Correct?
Indeed. We searched high and low, but it was only by chance that we picked up her trail in Ailell. That is how we knew she had entered the kingdom. Without that clue, she would have been in the wind.
Just as I suspected.
What is it, Ferdinand? Is Garreg Mach in danger?
I fear so. There could be a secret path between this valley and the monastery that only the Church knows about. And in that case, the Archbishop might be using it to stage an attack on Garreg Mach.
It's certainly possible. Hubert, your thoughts?
I will look into it, but I am almost certain that Ferdinand's theory is correct. We should assume this is the case and take action immediately.
Of course it is correct. Very wise of you to see that.
In that case, we'll divide our troops. The main force will proceed with occupying Galatia. We'll lead the remaining third south to Garreg Mach and continue our pursuit of Dimitri.
There's no sign of them. What's wrong?
Oh, nothing. Just thinking how the time has finally come.